Hey, what's up, guys? Carl getting back from the video, and today I want to do my NFL divisional round picks. So last week I went 5-1 overall, 184, 73, and 1. So let's go on to the picks there. So let's start off Saturday, January 17th. We got a 2:30 game, Mountain Time, Primetime, CBS. This is the first AFC divisional round. We got the 6th seed Buffalo Bills at the 1 seed, or the 1st seed, my Denver Broncos. This is going to be a pretty interesting game here. This game is going to be actually pretty interesting there. I'm going to go with my Broncos here to win. Reason why, because Josh Allen there, he is all banged up there. We don't know if Allen is actually going to play in this game or not, because he was actually questionable today from his injury there. So he was kind of technically questionable in this game. And plus, the Bills there are kind of beat up. They're kind of beat up there. There's some guys there are not going to play in this game there. Like their wide receiver there, who's honestly technically out in this game. The Buffalo Bills technically got beat up by the Jaguars last week. They've mostly not been playing mostly as good there against Jacksonville there. So how this is mostly gonna go against my Broncos there. So my Broncos there, we need to really. We actually have a really strong running game there. The Bills are pretty weak against the run there. And I think we're going to see a lot of Jermaine McLaughlin there in this game. We're going to see a lot of Jermaine McLaughlin in this game here. I think he's possibly going to be the RB1 in this game. He's mostly going to be a really viable source to run the ball there. Because the Bills there have struggled massively stopping the run there. They've really struggled massively stopping the run there. And mostly RJ Harvey and Jermaine McLaughlin is possibly a really good factor going against this Buffalo's defense there. Who honestly, Buffalo has been massively struggling on their end there, stopping the run this year. So, yeah, their defense has not been doing that well there. For Josh Allen there is the guy we really need to watch in this game there. Allen, he can actually move his fucking legs there. He can actually move his legs, and we really need to watch him over in this game here and stuff. But I think mostly Bo there. This is mostly they were saying something about Bo. Bo, this might be he might want to take revenge from losing to him last time. So I think he might want to get his revenge here. Or the Broncos technically want to get their revenge there and possibly win this game here against the Bills. Even if Josh Allen is hard to stop there. And plus, Josh Allen didn't really play flawless against Jacksonville. And I'm mostly gonna bring this up there. He didn't really play flawless against Jacksonville there. The Bills there were massively down. If Trevor Lawrence didn't throw that interception there, the Jags technically should have moved on if he didn't throw that interception there. But Allen there, we really need to watch him there. He's going to be a really of a threat there in this game. So Allen, he can actually use his legs there. That's the one thing. It's kind of a little bit worried about it there because the way the Broncos are, we can't really stop the run there, the run defense there, and technically, I'm going to say my Broncos win it. It's going to be a close game. I think this game is going to be really close, but my Broncos will eke it out and win this game. I think this is going to be a game there where my Broncos possibly will eke it out and win it. So I'm going to go with my Broncos over the Bills. So, yep, that's it for the first. That was it for the first AFC divisional round. So it's going to the first NEC divisional round. So we got a 6 o'clock game, Mountain Time, Primetime Fox. We got the 6th seed San Francisco 49ers at the number 1 seed Seattle Seahawks. I'm going to go with the Seahawks here to win. Sam Darnold there, he looked really, really strong there, and I think he can actually do some more damage in this game here. He looks really outstanding there, and I think he can actually do something in this game. Seattle's defense has been really, really fierce there, and I think they can actually do something against this Niners team. The Niners are technically banged up there, same with the Bills. They're kind of the same in the same boat as the Bills, where they're technically a banged up unit there. And they mostly lost some key players in this game there. It should really, really help the Niners possibly win this game. But mostly, this game is really a divisional rival type of thing. And it's really hard to win 3 in a row there. But I think Seattle might get it done. I think the Seahawks might get it done there because it is hard to win 3. But mostly going against this Niners team that's kind of banged up there, I think they can actually eke it out. I think the Seahawks there is going to be similar as the Broncos. It's going to be somewhere like our game there with the Bills and my Broncos there. It's going to be possibly similar there, where the game is actually going to be possibly going to be close. So I'm going to say Seattle wins it here. I think Seattle ekes it out and wins this one against the Niners. So that's it for that game there. So that's it for the Saturday game. So on to Sunday, January 18th. First on the games there, we got the second AFC divisional game. We got a 1 o'clock game, Mountain Time, Primetime, ESPN and ABC. We got the 5th seed Houston Texans at the 2 seed New England Patriots. Going with the Texans here to win. The Texans there look really, really sharp, and I think they can actually do something here going against this Patriots team. The Patriots there have been playing a lot of cupcake schedule, been playing against really bad teams there. Technically, barely beating the Chargers last week. They barely beat the Chargers last week there, and they massively struggled against them there and stuff. Drake May got sacked 4 times there or 5 times in that game there. And the Chargers technically pressured him and actually sacked Drake May a lot in this game. So technically May actually never got sacked there. It just proved he played against a lot of crappy ass teams there and not played against a good one there. And the Chargers was technically that team there was actually a pretty good team who honestly did went after Justin Hurt, or mostly Drake May that game there. So May kind of mostly shows his colors there. This Houston's team mostly kicked ass on fucking Aaron Rodgers last week there. Rodgers mostly kicked most of the Texans really kicked Rodgers' ass last week there. And I think they're going to do the same thing against Drake May there. Mostly the Texans' defense is really, really strong there, and that's really why I think they're going to possibly win this game here. The offense there for the Texans are not really the best there, but I think they can get it done. I think they can get it done there because of that defense, and that defense is really, really strong there. And I think they're going to the Patriots are massively going to struggle in this game. This is going to be the first time the Patriots actually play somebody really tough there, minus Buffalo. This is going to be the first one, minus Buffalo there. Who mostly Buffalo's in their division, so it's mostly equals a thing there. But this is going to be the first one that's playing against a mediocre team or a team who sucks there. This is going to be their actual tough test here this week. And I'm going to say the Texans possibly win it in a big margin. I think that they're going to go in there, go into Foxborough, and kick the Patriots' ass in this game. So I'm going to say the Texans win in a landslide in this game. So because of that. So that's it for the second AFC divisional round. So it's going to the second NEC divisional round. So we got a 4:30 game, Mountain Time, Primetime, NBC, and PEACOCK. We got the 5th seed LA Rams at the 2 seed Chicago Bears. Well, I'm going to go with the Rams here to win. The Rams there looked really, really good there. They kept up with the Panthers last week there. They really kept up with the Panthers last week. And I think they can actually do the same thing going against this Bears team. The Bears technically struggled last week against the Packers there, even if they had a huge comeback in the fourth quarter there. Even if they had a huge comeback in the fourth quarter there and actually won the game there. The Rams there, I think the Rams are way too much for the Bears. I think the Bears can't really show too much of a pressure there. They didn't do nothing last week there. The Packers actually had the game in their hand there. The Packers did have the game in their hand, and they technically lost that game. And the Bears just technically found a way to win it with a lucky... they came back, and they were technically lucky and won the game. But going against this Bears team are not going against this Rams team. This Rams team is a lot better. They kept up with the Panthers there, and that mostly was really exciting there to watch both teams possibly going back and forth here. But I'm going to say the Rams will win it. I'm going to go with the Rams here to win over the Bears. I do not trust the Bears at all in this game. So the teams I have advancing to the AFC and NEC championship games. I got my Broncos advancing to the AFC championship game. I got the Seahawks advancing to the NEC championship game. I have the Texans advancing to the AFC championship game. And I have the Rams advancing to the NEC championship game. So, yep. That's pretty much it. Comment, rate, more sponsors to the Bros. We like Please subscribe for the bonus for the below general live streams. Go sponsors to the Bros. Bye, out of peace.